certain stocks. I want to talk specifically how to trade and a stock that we traded like PLLI. Everybody wants to know where you find these stocks, why they go up, what drives them up. How did you know it was even going up? But we had a lot of great traders in our cyber group room that we want to invite you to come join us and see it live in the market. But I don't want to waste your time because you keep hearing these stories over and over and over again from people like, what makes you better than the other? What is this another, training, subscription? Listen, at the end of the day, are you making money or not? And secondly, who really trained you? But what I'm about to show you, believe it or not, is going to be quite disturbing because everything that you've taught in the past, you're going to realize that you've been focusing on the past and not focusing on the future. And I want to talk a little about the PALI trade that we traded yesterday. Now, just before we get started, quick little warning, results can vary from student to student. I am not making any warranties or guarantees or promises. We don't tell you what to buy. We teach you how to figure it out on your own. But I always like to recommend everybody, be smart before you actually do your trades out there, okay? So, everyone, good afternoon from all the cyber traders that are here today, including some of you here for the first time. I know it's a very interesting time to actually jump into an event like today. I know a lot of people took off. A lot of people took off since Monday, but there's been so many opportunities out there, and I hope to kind of educate you guys how to see them. I want to start off and talk about a stock, PALI. Now, just out of curiosity, did anybody here see the stock PALI? Anyone here? Just want to kind of get a little bit and by the way, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. So please, I'm going to do polls, have some fun, interact, all of that. Holly, you did see it. Joyce, you saw it. CJ, you saw it. Yep. Briefly, we're in. Jason, you're briefly in it. Okay, good. In PLLI. All right, good, good. Did anyone not see it? Okay, so let me talk a little bit about this stock and kind of teach you a little bit more about it. So, because this is what I'm going to get everybody's interest in. Hold on, let me get my little pointer right here so you guys can follow along. There we go, get my little dot. So I want to kind of tell you what the style of what we do here at Cyber Trading University. I'll tell you a little bit about us, but I just want to get right to this and show you the fun of it. Here's a stock that we traded in pre-market yesterday, and you could see here it's 8:40 in the morning, okay? And at that time, at 8:40, this stock pretty much gapped up, and it went from, you could see it's kind of hidden right here, but things shot up right up here to about 260 to about 310. All right. And right here, you could see this is the time that we posted in our YouTube. It was posted in our Twitter, but this is actually was in our trading room, these posts. But we found the stock in the pre-market. And what was interesting about the stock, it was having like a very difficult time getting past this price right here. It was trading in a range right here. It was going up, it was going down, it was going up, it was going down, but it had some good volume. And being that Thanksgiving is tomorrow, there wasn't really that many stocks out there to trade. But I really thought that this stock was actually a pretty good stock to watch. All right, sorry about that, gentlemen. So let me change the slide here and let me move on and show you something else. Now, PLLI gained over 200%. Okay, now you could see it right here when we saw it first, was right around here, around the $2. Here's the time we just showed you earlier. Here's at 9 o'clock, and you could see how it was trading right here. Okay, now you notice that it was like a lot of candlestick bars, a lot of bars. It means it was trading a lot of volume. And then right around 9:30 to about 10 o'clock, which is about 30 minutes, stock runs from right around that $3 price range all the way up to about over $6 a share. Look at that, all the way up. And you didn't have to sell at 6. Look at it. It went all the way to a really comfortable 550. Even if you were late to the game and you jumped in at 350 when the market opened up, let's say you don't have access to pre-market. Maybe you have one of those online brokers like a Fidelity or something. You could have still done very, very well. Now let's do the math. $3 times $1. Let's just say it went from 3 to 4, right? Okay, minus that, I'm sorry, equals a dollar. A dollar times, let's say, 1,000 shares equals $1,000. $1,000 times, I don't know, 5 days a week times 52 weeks equals 25K a year. Not bad for a day's pay. Let's just say you made only 20 cents, 50,000 a year. You don't have to kill it. But here's a stock from, if you've been watching us on YouTube or in your trading room, had a really, really nice move, and it was pretty kind of comfortable and easy to trade. And some of you might be looking at it like, I never heard of PALI. What does this company do? Does it even matter? Do you even care? At the end of the day, when your wife or your husband looks at you, or your spouse or your friend or whatever it is, your companion, and they look at your account balance or even at yourself, do you care about, oh, listen, I just, I made about 10% today on my account. You think anyone's going to ask you, what you traded? You just care about you can pay your bills. That's what trading is all about. Not to go in there and focus on, oh, I taken a hit on Apple. I got to make my money back. Oh, I've been holding Google for a year and it had the stock splits. Does it matter? You're just here to make money. What you care about is something called the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. Couldn't care what a company does, Mark said. I'm glad. That's a great way of explaining it. And you know what? With that said, I would love to share that with everyone, what Mark just said in the trading room. So now the thing is this. Let's jump right into it, because some of you are going to be like, okay, well, so what? You found that one stock. What about today? What about the day before that? What about are you just going to put like, oh, did you have any losers? Of course we have losers. But the goal is to show you how few we have. And the most important thing is about controlling your losses. Talking about winners are fun. They're great. But how do you control a loss? How many times people talked about that? We're going to cover that. So this is what we're going to basically want to do really quick here. I want to basically do take a quick poll, okay? And my poll question is this. How do stocks, how and why do stocks move? Is it news, company fundamentals, buy and selling activity, technical support and resistance, or all the above? Let's see how you guys answer this. I'm going to share it with everybody. Give you about a couple of seconds here. And I'm just going to check okay, just want to check an email. All right, good. All right, so I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share it. So if some of you didn't answer this question, a couple of things I look at it. You're not paying attention, or you don't know what we're talking about, and you probably, don't take this the wrong way, you probably should quit trading, okay? I'm just being very dead serious with you. I'm a little brash sometimes, but I'd rather be very honest with you, because trading is an 80 to 90% failure rate. And, if you want to take trading seriously, take these polls questions seriously. Secondly, the correct answer is buying and selling activity. So if you look at everyone answered, you can see most of you did answer that question. So you hit the nail on the head. The answer is not all the above. I mean, that's a trick question that teachers like to do, and they all probably sound good. But at the end of the day, you can't analyze news, headlines, technical analysis, support and resistance, company fundamentals, because if you did, by the time that stock made a big move, it was too late. Now, hopefully we can get more of you to answer this poll, okay? So my next poll is this. Do institutions hide many of their biggest orders? Yes or no? So I'm going to launch the poll, and let's see how you answer this one. Let's see if we can get most of you to answer this question. Okay, looks like we're doing a lot better. All right, good. Mark, if you could just put it in the chat, in the poll. Just waiting for everybody to hit almost there. Wow, now it looks like I got people's attention. Good. All right. So the answer is yes, they do. Okay. They do go out there and they do hide their orders. Now, by you saying yes, which majority are saying and agreeing into it, how much better and smarter trading decisions would you make if you were able to see that? That's what we're going to learn in the next 30 minutes. Because what they're called iceberg orders, big block orders. You see a stock make a big run up and you want to know what's making a run up. It's not Fausto. It's not Fauci. It's not Biden. It's not Trump. It's not the analyst. It's orders. Okay. That's what it comes down to it. So when you're watching stocks that have big price movement and you want to know where the big volume bars are coming in, who's actually making those volumes, where is the time in sales coming from, and you're wondering how stock goes up 45% in a matter of 30 minutes, that's what we need to understand. That's what I'm about to show you. Just like SOS. Here's the stock. Big volume spike comes in around 8:30. Bam, thing goes from 260 up to 310. 19% move. Nice little profit right there. You could be done for the day. And I know some of us would be happy with that. So think about this, why they hide their orders. Okay? Because they know people can see their orders. It's what will give them that advantage. And by giving you them that advantage, you got to know how to play the game and you got to have the right tools. So, but most traders don't know what to look for, because you have to ask yourself, who really trained you? Where did you really get your education from? You know, did you work as a market maker like I did? Did you live here in Wall Street? Do you live in a town where some of the biggest, most powerful traders live in every day? Okay. This is New York, the financial capital of the world. You want to learn from good traders, you got to go right to where the source is. So what I'm going to show you right now is some of the biggest secrets on Wall Street. I'm going to talk about level 2, level 3, and level 4 quotes, because it's all about having the data. Okay. As long as you have the technology, you have a good fighting chance of doing well. If you're going to go out there and trade blind, well, we're going to figure that out, that does not work when it comes to trading today's markets. So just a quick yes or no. Does anybody here have, well, actually, I'll save that for the next one. Okay. I'll save that for the next one. So looking at this, I assume everybody has something called level 2 quotes. Now, level 2 quotes is basically, I'll just briefly write a little bit about it. Okay. So these are your buyers and these are your sellers. You have a 4-letter abbreviation in column 1. You have a price that they want to buy it out. And number 3 is how many shares they want to buy. Everything there is multiplied by 100. Whoever wants to buy for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell their stock for the least amount of money is up here on top, also on the sell side. So what you're seeing is that what you're basically seeing is a big chat room. Okay. The problem with level 2 is, shoot, there's a lot of things wrong with it. Number 1, it's outdated. Number 2, it's only showing you a fraction of the orders out there. And, you know, and number 3, not getting the full book of all the orders out there. So it's pretty outdated, and that is why it's free. I mean, you go on Webbull, you go on Robinhood, or, you know, any of those, they're all free. And that's what it's worth. Think about it. Does anybody work free in this world, other than if you're going to do a charity work? Okay. Because you can't discipline someone to work for free. And you know what? You don't want to work somebody. You don't want somebody to work for you for free, because that's all they're worth. So you get what you pay for. Now, let's hop over here on something called level 3, NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, I don't know if you guys ever see me on NASDAQ. Oops, sorry. Type that. Right here, I'm just going to go to our website really quick. I just want to show you something. So right here, this is our website. And I'm actually a regular speaker at the NASDAQ Center, and I teach. They actually have me to come as an expert to kind of teach, you know, the typical, you know, everyone around the world how to trade on the exchanges. And I'm going to teach you what that is right now. So this basically is what the exchanges want you to learn. It's called the NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, the difference between NASDAQ Level 2 and NASDAQ Book Viewer is that you're seeing all the orders, all the buyers, all the sellers. You're seeing everything, okay? You see on Level 2, you're only seeing this. You're seeing the top buyer, okay? But you're not seeing all those buyers at that exchange. So envision, and when you really think about it, you basically have a seat on the exchange. That's basically what it comes down to it. So how do we use this data? That's where it comes down to it. Well, remember, let's not forget about this. Buyers and sellers, support and resistance. I want you to remember that because we're going to do a test on this, okay? Now, basically what a NASDAQ Book Viewer is called an ECN. It's called Electronic Communication Network. I actually, believe it or not, was one of the developers that made these come into fruition to today's times almost 30 years ago. And I don't really want to get too crazy about the history of it. We teach you that in class, but there was this billion-dollar lawsuit. Market makers were lying about orders, and they had to come out with a system to keep these brokerage firms to honor their quotes after the 1987 crash. But what's nice about this system is that now you get to see and have a seat at the table. You actually can see all the buyers on every exchange, on every algorithm, everything. Anybody that has an order at on the New York Stock Exchange, for example, they got their own book. Anybody who wants to buy Disney, you know, you could see all the buyers and sellers out there. Now, you could purchase this data. I don't work for NASDAQ, okay? But you can buy the book viewer right from NASDAQ. You go to data.store.net. But honestly, I would rather not you buy it because I would like to hopefully teach you how it works first, because you might do more harm than good, okay? But think about this for a second. Could you ever envision that you have a seat on the exchange? You ever envision that now you could see every order out there? How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you knew where all the algorithms were in the stock that you're in right now? Ever go into a trade and be like, holy crap, why do I feel like when I buy it, the damn thing goes down, and when I sell it, it goes up? That's where it comes down to it. I had a question here. What about the buy stop limit orders? I thought these were hidden. We didn't get to that yet. Okay, that's a great question, but we didn't get to that yet. At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, and everyone else has to ask themselves this question. We had a stock that had a good run-up, okay? And with that stock's run-up that we found, what made it go up? What made it go down? Who ran it up? Who ran it down? Why didn't it go higher? Why did it go up and came back down? That is what I need to teach you. So, a couple of tips for a couple of new traders, okay? First of all, being a good trader, you got to have a game plan. You should know exactly what the spread is. You should know, the volatility it is. You should know where the big block orders are. These are the things that help you become a better and more focused trader, and most importantly, have the right tools to compete in today's markets. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You see this example right here? So here's a stock you could see started right around. Let me show you how we utilize this data, okay? So I'll put this over here. Just get my crayons. All right. So you can see right here, the stock started right around 27.40. You see how it came all the way down and stopped right around here, around 26.05? Everybody see that? And then when it hit 26.05, the stock went all the way back up to 27. Now you're probably wondering, why did it stop around 26? Why didn't it go to 25? Maybe some indicator told you that. Maybe there's some really bad news. But at the end of the day, if you go to the actual exchange, you'll notice that what makes stocks go up are buyers. And when you work your way down this list, there are a lot of buyers starting all the way from $26.45 all the way down to $26. And when you get around that $26 price, do you notice that there's a 1.2 million share buyer out there? There are 5 shares, 1,000 shares, 13,000. You're talking 1.2 million. You're talking 69 69 orders that make up that 1.2 million. Once again, how do stocks go up and go down? Supply and demand. What do you call that 1.2 million share buyer out there? I think I call that more demand. And you know what? When you do the math, 1.2 million times $26, you're talking almost $30 million are going to be bought around that price. How many of you guys are putting $30 million to an idea? I could almost guarantee it, not one of you. Okay? It would be nice. You probably wouldn't put it into an idea of one stock that you know nothing of. But at the end of the day, if you were trading the stock and you had an opportunity to make money, there it goes. So let's look what happens when a stock hits a resistance levels or it hits a big seller. Here we see a stock, CTIC, starts this morning around 570, and in about 30 minutes, it goes all the way up to a price right around 6, hits there, it hovers there for about 15 minutes, doesn't want to go any higher, no problem, comes right back down to 570. Think about it. You had a nice winner, and you made a winner into a loser. Well, the goal is where you want to sell it is where everybody else wants to sell it. Where the sell is located, you got to look at the orders on the sell side. And you'll notice that right around 6, there's a $250 million shares looking to be sold at $6. I mean, it's like almost like common sense. It's like, and honestly, let me tell you something. When I first saw this, you know what the first thing I said? It's not this easy, right? Like, in other words, like, is this real? Like, is that a real order? I'm like, oh yeah, they're real. I told my mentor, I'm like, and he's like, how do I know it's real? He goes, you want to know how it's real? You got about $1 million in your account? We'll go out there and we'll buy from that guy and we'll see how real he is. Do you want to do that? I'm like, no. Okay, then it's real. First of all, the exchange wouldn't let you put fake orders out there. Okay. And secondly, people ain't playing games. Getting back to the person who was asking me, how do we know it's a hidden orders or whatever it is? The reason why they're hidden is because you don't have the right tools. You don't have a seat on the table. That's why. That's where it comes down to it. So let me take a step back really quick, because some of you are probably looking at this and be like, damn, that really makes sense. Just follow the orders. Well, how does Fausto know this? Who the hell is Fausto Pugliese? Why have I never heard of him before? Or maybe you have, but never decided to come and listen in till today. Well, I'm the founder and the president of Cybertrain University, okay? And I've been doing this for over 25 years. I have a passion to do it. I love doing it. I love changing people's lives. But when it comes down to it, the general public have to learn how to play the game the right way, because there's just too much scrutiny out there that people feel where you got bad actors like that guy Sam from FTX that just basically make it look that we're just a bunch of crooks and thieves. And at the end of the day, if those people who invested in it just knew how cryptocurrency worked, if they just knew and weren't sold the dream other than the game, they might have not made that big mistake. And that is really my goal. I don't want anybody here to get involved in another FTX, and I'm only or a Bernie Madoff, or just a stock like Carvana goes from 350 down to 7. You have to know how to have a game plan and play the game. Now, just to let you know, I'm a family man, been married for over 25 years. I want to introduce my family. I really think that by having a good career in trading helped me travel with my family, do great things with my family. And, and trading is really more of a religion to me, in a way that if, to pay for my kids' college and everything, it sure did well for me. Now, my parents are first generation Italian. They came here. I'm first generation here. They came here for a better life with $20 in their pocket. And my dad always taught me, he says, America is the land of the free and the land of opportunity. You can make a lot of money here. They left Italy because during the war, because it was very poor there. And, they saw the opportunity here. They sold the American dream. And my dad told me, he says, listen, you go out there, you're here in New York, learn from the best traders in the industry. I mean, if you love something, go out there, find the best people in that do it. I don't care what it costs or what it costs you. You go work for them, you learn everything. But most importantly, learn the bad things that they make so you don't make the same stupid mistakes, because that's how you become a very good trader. And until today, that's what I teach my traders. We don't teach you how to make money. We teach you how to lose it. And that's why CyberTrade University is endorsed by almost every brokerage direct access firm in the industry. That's why we have a 5-star rating on Google. That's why we have an A+ rating to Better Business Bureau, because we love what we do, but we also teach our traders with respect, and also, make sure that you know how to play the game properly. Emily's going to go and visit Italy for the first time this past summer. Well, enjoy. It's a great country. I just could tell you this: when you go there, you're going to probably want to go more than once. There's so many beautiful places there to see. And just make sure you go 10 pounds lighter, because you're going to be 15 pounds heavier when you come back. All right. Question for everyone. My question is this. How do we find these stocks before they move? Okay. That's really the $64,000 question. And the question is, I don't have a crystal ball. I just work off my big percentage gainers and losers. I see where the buyers and sellers are. I work with my traders, which a lot of them are in here now. Okay. And we just find the ones that give us the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. That's about it. We don't have to kill it. We can't trade them all, but we want to trade stocks that have action in it. So one of the big main things we teach you is called the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. So making sure a stock is tradable is, stocks, like I said, good spreads, good volatility, good volume, good movement, all that good stuff. But having a game plan is what's key. And by finding stocks that are moving, you still got to have a game plan where to get in and where to get out. So let's look at this example like RBLX. The stock's going up, it keeps going higher. You're like, okay, do I take a profit now? Do I hold on to it? All that good stuff. But to get a good game plan of knowing where to get in, where to get out, you got to know where the other sellers are. You have to understand something. You are the ants on the floor. You're just trying to get the crumbs. These people are moving millions of shares. You think they care about you? You think they care about, Craig Coles? He's, big shots coming in to buy 200 shares. We got to screw this guy. They don't care about you, okay? They got no time to sit there and analyze some Fibonacci screen or some Bollinger Band. They got someone that's trying to screw them. They got somebody that just did a big order on options, and they might have to cover that trade. If you know how options work, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So getting back to trading and talk about what we talked about, it's not about level 2, okay? And I know some of you probably are here to learn about it, but this is worthless. It's all about following the orders using level 3, okay? Now, how can we learn more? What I'm looking to do is this. I want to invite all of you to come enjoy my trading room, to find stocks like today, okay? And I'll give you some of them today that we traded, all right? Let me bring my execution system up here. So we just had this stock right here, DBGI. By the way, did anybody see the stock DBGI? At right around 12 o'clock, it went from $4.40 up to $5, up to $6. Holy crap. I mean, you do the math on that. $2, $4 stock, that's about a 50% move. Did anybody trade the stock DBGI? Holly says, damn, I missed it. Well, you wouldn't have to miss it if you were in the trading room, okay? They were trading it perfectly fine. I mean, I personally chased it right around here, around $5, but that's okay. But you're probably, the thing to look at is this. You see how the stock went up and it stopped right here and it kind of like hovered for about 30 minutes. You had 30 minutes to jump back into this stock and it ran another $1. Okay. So let me show you something here. This is called level 4. And if you notice on level 4, see all these big orange lines? Okay. Those are orders. Do you notice there was no red lines that much on the bottom? These people are already there out to get out of the stock. They're already there to sell, okay? And by knowing that these orders are out there to sell, which you could see, you would have known where to get in, where to get out. Because if you watch the stock right here around $5, and then how did you know to get out at, $6? Well, did you see all the orders out there? Here's another stock that we traded, Tesla, okay? And bring up Tesla. Tesla was another stock that we traded. I only trade 100 shares of Tesla. Okay, so let's look at Tesla right here. So Tesla had a really good move. Okay, now I'm not a big fan of Tesla because it's expensive. I'd rather trade the other ones cheaper and less risk. But look at Tesla because you know what? It did move today. 173 all the way to 81. Now, if you notice, why did it go up and it stopped here? Why did it stop at 77? Why did it stop at 79? And why did it back off at 81? So let's go check over here. Let's go hop over here and check out Tesla. If you notice, let me just get some more data because I'm only showing 10 o'clock. All right. That's right. Sellers. Mike Sellers. Very good. Okay, just waiting for some more data coming in because they trade a lot of shares. Now, you see this big red line right here? That was 180. Okay, you see other red line right here, right around 181. Okay, so we all know that the way stocks go up and go down are buyers and sellers. So what we're looking at was seeing a very big resistance levels right here. And if you notice right here, see that there was no red lines up until we got right around 180. And then you could see right here how they started coming up, 181, 182, and they didn't want to go any higher. And look at all these sellers. Listen, there's a 106,000 share seller at 102. All right. You know what the high on with the high was on this stock right here? The high was 181.42. Look at 182 right there. All right. Do I have to spell it out for you or not? Does that answer your question? So please don't keep in mind that this is just the, it does it on cheap, inexpensive stocks. It also does it on brand name stocks too. Now there was a stock right here that I trade. I didn't do too well on it because I was too busy talking to somebody. But I had somebody, I was talking to someone today, a student, and I was doing well, so I didn't really care about it. But if you look at this stock right here, you'll notice that the stock in pre-market did great, and then all of a sudden the sellers start showing up at $1.80, $1.87. Look, 34,000, 33,000, and you could see how once it hit that resistance, now you can see how it came all the way back down. Now the stock is trying to go up, but you got a big seller out here for 46,000 at $1.70, so it's probably going to be its resistance. Now, listen, Dave Cook, Douglas Lee, Edwin, Elizabeth, Alan, how much smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see these big block orders on a stock that you're in? Having a game plan, not focus on the past, but focus on the future. But you know what? If you want to focus on the past, we could do that. We could add a moving average, an RSI, a Bollinger Band. Ooh, MACD, I forgot about that. That's pretty popular, right? Anything else that looks pretty good? The VWAP. I don't know. Am I missing anything? Am I missing that? What the hell is that? Come on, you telling me that is better than the 106,000 share seller at 80, seeing him out there since 10 o'clock this morning at 108? Because that doesn't tell that me here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, does that seem hard? Does that seem complicated? Greg G has a question. If level 2 is useless, why do you have it on your screen? Just well, that's a great question, Greg. And I have it because a few other things. When you're looking at certain stocks, we cover this in class. One thing you can see is you could see the tier size of stock. So instead of like loading up another system and seeing the orders, I could probably see, are there more popular 100 share orders, or there are a lot of 1,000 share orders. So it does have a little value. It's not completely worthless, but it's definitely not something you want to depend on. Okay. Now, any other questions? No problem, Greg. But that was a great question. And I didn't get offended on, because some people like to think you get offended by it. Can you do this with futures? David, yes, you can. But I don't trade futures. And I'll tell you why, David. And by the way, that's a great question for me to answer for everyone. If you've been trading futures or options or swing trading, if you've been doing it for more than 30 to 90 days and you're not making money, two things are wrong. Number one, you probably have a bad person that's teaching you, or number two, it's not for you. Okay. If you don't get something, you're doing well at it, chances are you might need to get a change, not just change another industry. But I like to trade the stock market, Dave, because this is what you hear about all day when you watch TV or whatever it is. You know, they talk about the stock market. You don't hear them talk about the future market, do you? I hear more about crypto than anything. Okay. But what I want to do is this. I want to invite all of you guys to come in this room right here. This is my trading room. And in my trading room, we're going to broadcast stocks that we're watching. You're going to see people talking. You're going to get alerts. You're going to be able to interact with people. We're going to give you watch lists. We're going to give you a bunch of stuff, but we want to practice what we preach. What you're looking at right here is the original trading room that I started 30 years ago. I know some of you are in one now, whatever it is, but we are the original. I started the very first trading room in the industry. And I'm flattered that everybody's starting to do it now. But you want the original, there's going to be your chance. Now, the Cyber Group trading room is just watching Sunday football. Okay, you're going to see traders, how we interact with each other, how we help each other to make money together. Because you can't trade by yourself. That's what everyone has, this problem. You know, you can't watch YouTube videos and, you know, and get newsletters and stuff. You got to know how to play the game. Right. It's like the original, like Doritos. That's a good one. Never heard of that one before. Now, in our broadcast, just to let you know, we do a live audio broadcast at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we continue about 10:30. And then we come back and we do live commentary from 2:30 to 4. You know, the market, that's where it's moving the most. You get some action in the middle of the day, but for us and our instructors here at CTU, we kind of use those two time zones when the best time to trade and the worst time to trade. Now, we're going to give you a library of our Traders Talk videos. Every Tuesday, we do a live Traders Talk. So we send out a questionnaire. We want to be able to pick some of you, go over some of your trades, educate everybody what you did right and what you did wrong. And now this is the deal, okay? All I'm asking for is $9. Now, you know, when you look at this, you're like, wait a minute. Fausto's going to invite me to be in the original trading room. Let me see what's going on, everything for $9. Yes, and I'll tell you why. Listen, I don't make money at $9. I don't care about your $9, okay? Just tell you, I lose money at $9. It costs me more money just for you to pick up the phone. Oh, there you go. I picked up my phone. I almost crashed everything here. Sorry about that. So basically, It just lets me know if you're a real person or not. I don't know who you are, where you came from. I don't know if you're, whatever. I mean, like, basically the $9 is an application fee for us to interview you to let you in the room. Now, is that worth $9? I mean, that one stock that I talked about, even the stock like DBGI that I just showed you, DBGI went from, oh my God, I can't even look at this anymore. It's bothering me. I don't know how people read this stuff. DBGI, you tell me you couldn't have made $9 off that trade? You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're talking about. Now, with that, this is what you're going to get for the $9. I'm going to give you 1 week in my trading room, 1 full week. And you're going to get live commentary. You're going to get recordings. We opened the room at 7:45. We're done at 5. But you're going to have full access to everything that we offer. With that said, I'm also going to throw in 3 workshops where you're going to be able to learn how to set up your level 3, how to read level 4, and basically how to find these stocks. We're also going to give you over 100 hours of Traders Talk videos. Now, listen, that sounds like a lot. I know some of you here taking courses like, wait a minute, some people paid thousands of dollars for this. I know, okay? I'm not asking for that. I want to make sure you're a good fit. I'm willing to give it away for nothing. I would, but I don't know how real you are. So all I'm asking is for $9. $9, and I will show you how to find these stocks, and I'm going to show you exactly how to think for yourself. But most importantly, see if this really does work. As a bonus, I will even throw in my book, How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. You know what? You can go to Amazon, you could pay me $47, or you could pay $9 and get it for free with all this other good stuff that comes along with it. All for $9. Now, think about it. Maybe you want to give it to a gift to a friend. Maybe you want to give it to your spouse, but you say, you know what? I sat in a room. I was watching this thing. It made perfectly sense. I met this trader that teaches you how to follow the orders, which I never really heard about. I knew something existed, and I'm willing to give it as a gift. But do something. All it takes is you have to start small. Now, what I like to do right now is I want to take some questions. As you guys are filling this out, some of the popular questions that I get is, how much money do I need to get started? $9. You don't need a brokerage account. I don't want you to trade. I just want you to come and watch. Don't worry about how much money you need right now. That's irrelevant. The next thing is, with that said, you don't need a brokerage account, okay? We don't want you to trade. You need to make sure that before you get into the car, you don't crash it. So we want to teach you how to trade. We want to show you what's going up. We want you to show you the grandmas and grandpas that they can make it, you have to see if it works for you. Now, where do you get level 3 access? I get that all the time. I will teach you in the class. I could tell you where to get it. I just showed you on the NASDAQ website, but you'll end up doing more harm than good. So please don't go do that. So just make a small contribution, get in the trading room. Let me show you how to find these stocks. Let me show you how to follow the orders, and then you'll know the real truth about trading. And just maybe, you're going to say, I finally found the person that taught me how to play the game. And that's why we have, are still been doing this for 30 years. The first week is $9. How much is the second week? David, $0. We are not going to charge you anything. Listen, to train somebody is a lot of work, okay? I don't want to train you yet. I don't even know why go out there and make that investment first. Why don't you see why don't you see what's involved first, David, and then we'll worry about that later, okay? Then we'll worry about that. We don't have to worry about that right now. That's the least of your problems. All right, now just a couple of shout outs really quick. Ezabet, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here? Mark, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Appreciate a vote of confidence. Rich, we got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Now, listen, when you fill that out, it is very important that we're gonna give you. There's going to be a questionnaire you need to fill out. It's like 5 questions. Please let us know if you took training with someone. We want to know what kind of style you were taught. Let us know you have a brokerage account because we want to make sure you have the right one. Let us know if you, how much you're trading with. Just very simple questions, because the more you tell us, the more we can help you. Every one of you are going to be able to talk to an education advisor at Cyber University. We're going to show you how that works. Okay? Any other questions? Any other questions? A couple other people just registering right here, just going over it. What else we got here? Matt, we got your registration. Welcome aboard. Armada got your registration. Thank you very much. $9. It's $9 stinking dollars. I just showed you something that would save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Why not? Listen, if you're trading right now, or even think of trading, wouldn't it be nice to sit there and learn from Tiger Woods? Wouldn't it be nice to learn from some of the best athletes if you were trying to get into that sport? Try to, if you have an opportunity, I'm not saying I'm Tiger Woods, but technically in this environment, I am a 12-time champion. I beat every school I went up against. But with that said, if you are a golf fan and you had the opportunity to play with Tiger Woods to teach you to make you better on something, not because he's Tiger Woods, because you're doing it as a business, would you do it? Absolutely. He ain't doing it for $9. But for me, I'm doing it more as a gift to you, because I feel that if you learn how to trade, you will always remember Cyber Trading University is the school to go to. And if I could teach you how to become successful, I have more people like you to go out there and say, you know what? The reason why 90% of people fail is because of stupidity, because of ignorance, is because they think they know how to do it on their own. You want to be good at something, you go learn from good people that do it. That's what my father taught me, and that's what I'm telling you guys. Well, W, please don't say that. He says I'm a 12-time losing champion. Well, then you know what? Think about how many $9 you lost. Okay, this could be a $9 profit. A couple other people here, just want to thank for registering. Just got your registration. David Bernstein got your registration. I just see more people just starting to register right now. Any other questions? So let me get back to the first slide, okay? And let me just refresh your memory to show you what's going on. Why were we here? Okay, it all started from the stock PALI. You saw the pre-market. You see the orders coming in. Probably couldn't get in because you didn't have the right brokerage account. And then all of a sudden, when 9:30 came around, thing goes from $3 to $6. Goes up 200%. When is the last time you were in a stock that was up 200%? Okay, in 30 minutes. Some of you can't even make that in a lifetime. I had one person the other day goes, oh, I really wish I could make 20% on my money. Okay, well, I don't know how much. Well, depends how much money you have. 20% $1 million is not that bad. 20% on 10,000, you better off go work at McDonald's. But you need to know why these stocks are going up, why they're going down. You got to know why they're moving. You got to know where the buyers and sellers are. That's what trading is all about. And it all has to do of stepping up and just making that last ditch experience. And another question, I see that also another person asked. You don't have to start immediately. You should start listen, tomorrow we'll close. It's Thanksgiving. We are open up a half a day because the market is open up on Friday. But if you start now, you can watch your videos, get up to speed. So when you get into the trading room on Friday, or maybe you want to start on Monday, you get a nice clean week. Now, once again, very important, you need to talk to education advisor because they're the ones that are going to help you with that trading. Michael Trudeau just got your registration. I'm quite shocked. There's almost 100 people in this room. And I only got 20 people that registered so far. I mean, I know we have a bunch of students in here also. What's holding? Can I ask everyone a dumb question? What is holding you back? What is holding you back? Do you want to make money or you want to keep losing money? Okay, Thomason, you signed up yesterday. So, okay, we got a couple of reasons why. I get it. Thank you. Family's town for a week. Okay, well, no problem. Just you're here now. They're not here yet. Sign up now. When they're done, when turkey season's over, then you jump back in the trading room. Once again, let me do another shout out right here. Who else we got here? Hamu Ladunu. I hope I apologize if I mangled your name, but Hamu, I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Been too many gurus out there. You know what? I'm glad that you brought that up. Sometimes it takes you to go through a couple of people till you find the right one. Listen, I've been fighting for years. I've seen people get themselves in trouble with the wrong people over and over again, and I feel terrible. And there's some really bad actors in this industry, and it'd be great when they leave sooner than later. But there are bad people in all industries. You go buy a car dealers, people in restaurants, real estate, politicians. I mean, there are some really bad actors out there. But it helps eventually as they get out. It helps people like us because you're here now, and you found us. Okay. And I know you're smarter than most people, and you've done your homework. Listen, some people don't even have a Google review. You could take it down because they're embarrassed, okay, of their ratings. But for someone to be around for 30 years and have the reputation and endorsement speaks everything. And I'm not asking for a lot of money. I'm talking about $9 stinking to get into a trading room for a week to see if this really, really does work. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do you all a favor. I'm gonna throw a bonus in there. Okay? If you're not happy in a week, I'll give you $9 back. You think I care about your $9? You can have your $9. I'll give it back to you after a week. You don't want to continue with CTU, you think we're the wrong fit, I'll give you money back. But I need to know who you are before I let you in. Does that sound fair? All right. Who else we got registered here? Jai Baram, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Ed, I didn't hear from you. What's up with you? You don't want to learn how to make money? Lewis, you don't want to learn how to make money? Randy Cox, you don't want to learn how to make money? Come on. Samuel Willingdeer, you don't want to learn how to make money? You don't have $9 in your pocket? So listen, I got to get ready for class. There's only so much I could tell you guys, okay? But listen, if you want to learn how to trade, maybe you don't want to continue with CT or whatever, but my goal I want to tell you is this. You damn well better find a good mentor, and you might need more than one, okay? Until you find it. Like I just told you, a lot of people out there made the mistakes. They got involved with the wrong people. They don't know who to trust. Well, I think you all could afford $9 or you can get your money back, all right? I guarantee it. But you got to learn from somebody. You really, really do. And I know some of you got stuck in some positions and you're freaking out. You don't know if you should hold on to it. Listen, it's been a really bad year. It's been a decent year for us. Not as good as 2020 when COVID hit. That was like taking candy from a little kid. But listen, there are opportunities every day. But you got to learn before you could earn. So listen, the link is there. You can call us. You can register. And hopefully we'll get you registered. And maybe if it's not the right time, don't worry, we'll still be here. Can't guarantee it's going to still be $9, but we'll see. So anyway, thanks for coming in. Hope you guys learned a lot. Understanding you got to follow the money. If you learn how to follow the money, you learn how to be better. A couple of people, just a couple last shout outs. Emily Smith just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Dennis Davis just got your registration. I'm just going to show you these orders right here. These are all the people registering, if you don't believe me. Congratulations, 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 congratulations. These are all the people registering right now. So just so you know that people are registering. You know what? I'm going to do one big favor. I'm going to do one last gift. How about this? And it's not about the book. It's not about the money back. If you register right now, okay, the next, how many we got here sold? Okay. Including the people that register, the next 10 people that register, I will personally give you a coaching class. I will go out of my way to talk to you on the phone. Now, if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what else. Why don't you tell me your problems, and let me tell you, and let me analyze your trades, and let me go from there and give you a coaching class, because that's what we do at Cyber Trade University. That's what kind of separates from everyone else. So the next 10 people that register, including the ones that registered, whoever registers, I will even throw a coaching class on top of that. We'll wait about a couple of days after you get into the trading room. We'll do that, okay? So I'll leave you off with that. Listen, if anyone's looking for any other good gurus on certain markets other than the stock market, just send me an email. I'll be happy to recommend who I think is, who you should use or not, all right? In the meantime, guys, have a happy Turkey Day, and we'll see you back live here on Friday. Happy trading, everyone.